これ OK、これ OK。OK。ライブの確認も、さあ、YouTube 声出るかな？ YouTube くん。OK、大丈夫そうだ。YouTube の音も出ている。OK。これで。プップップップップン。よし。で、チャットポップアップさせて。おう、クロームがフリーズした。マジかよ。チャットポップアップさせようとしたら。あ、来た。どういったポップアウト？これだ。下の完了。あれ、もうダウンロードした？まさか。ダウンロードできてるー。早い。なんだ、早くなってるわ。動画を入れるので、これちなみに音楽聞こえてるよね。ちょっと一旦音楽の音消えます。ありがとう。よし、ちょっと動画を入れるからね、動画爆音かもしれないからね、一旦こうしないといけないんだよね。見えた。よし。俺が2人もいたらちょっとうるさいかなと思って。音楽出ます。3、2、1。多分今大丈夫だよね。さっきなんかちょっとボタンいろいろ押したからさ。今どう？どんなノイズ？ちなみに。ちょっと待って。パリパリ音。ちょっと待って、俺も聞いてみるわ。よし。ちょっと待って。やばい。よし。ちょっと待って。やばい。ほんとや。 あいうえお。あいうえお。ああ、出てた。あいうえお。あいうえお。あれ、ずれてる？ずれてる？あいうえお。あいうえお。Oh no! What the? あいうえお。あいうえお。あいうえお。あいうえお。あいうえお。No! No! あいうえお。あいうえお。No, wait, wait, wait. No, 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 no. This is very bad. Wait, wait, wait. No, 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 no. This is やばいやばいやばい。あ、あ、あ、あちゃ、あ、あ、あ、No! What is happening? No! What is happening? あ、あ、あ、あ、あ、あ、あ、あ、 あああ ?OK、OK、OK。ですです。OK、OK。ちょっと待ってね。ミーティングしてくるわ。ああ今音どうペプさん、ペプさん、どうペプさん、いるごめん、これだけ確認お願い。多分大丈夫だよね。ちょっとミーティング行ってくる。 インディーゲーム開発者に直接話を聞くラジオ、アビデイエーということで皆さん、こんばんは。じゃないやな。おはようございます。J-mon です。皆様本日はよろしくお願いいたします。なんとですね、3日間で、4日間で100万本売ったゲーム、アルビゼット。しかも昨日夜もやりましたね。アルビゼット。本日はインタビューさせていただきます。こちらですね、インディーゲーム開発者に直接話を聞くラジオということで、ゲームの裏側にいらっしゃるゲーム開発者がどんなことを考え、どんなことをして、どうやってこうなったのかという話をね、掘り葉掘り聞いていくことになります。OK。Double checking is いいみんな、音大丈夫ね、?Sound OK?BGM も流れます。OK。よし、いいね。OK。ということで早速お呼びいたします。by the way、今日は英語で話をして日本語に通訳します。we'll be talking in English and then I'll be doing the interpretation into Japanese. So the content will be halved, but still, I think that we will be able to hear a lot of stuff. ということで早速お呼びいたしましょう。こちら、RBZ 開発ナゲットですよね。のお二人です。わー
Hello! Hi, おはようございます。Hello, everybody.
おはようございます。That is winging everything. ということで、まずは、キャップの方ですね。OK。The guy with the cap. Who are you? ということで、自己紹介お願いします。
Is that me? The guy with the cap?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm Tim Badalak.
Yes.
I'm the CEO of Nuggets Entertainment.
Oh, we have the CEO today. Thank you. ありがとうございます。Okay, and what guy with
Hi, my name is Jace Varley, and I'm the community manager, and I do other things too, but mostly, yeah, community manager, sure.
The entertainer.
I'm the face. And the voice.
Yes, okay.
The voice.
Face the voice.
はい、ということですね、まず右側の方はですね、こちら、CEO の方であります。よろしくお願いします。そして、左側はですね、コミュニティマネージャーを基本的にやっているそうです。よろしくお願いします。Can I call you, I guess, Tim and Jace? Is okay?
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. ということで、よろしくお願いします。Okay. I would like to go a little more into your backgrounds.
Sure thing.
What would you like to know, bud?
Okay, jumping in. So, yeah. Yes, I would like to know why you're the CEO. No. Okay, what you did before. Yes. When was Nuggets
Good question.
founded?
I think it was founded 2022. Yeah, we started a little bit. Me and Christopher, who co-founded the company, we didn't really know exactly what we wanted to do. We both worked at Coffee Stain Studios before. He was an animator and developer, and I worked as CEO of Coffee Stain Publishing, but also producer on games like Satisfactory. And we, at some point, wanted to do our own thing, so we moved in together, as two people do, to start our company. But we didn't really know what we wanted to do, so we played around with different game ideas and kind of decided on one topic or one game that we wanted to do, and then we started a company a couple of years later.
Okay, thank you. まずはですね、どうやら設立自体は2022年だそうです。こちらナゲッツの方ですね。で、それナゲッツ、
Nuggets Entertainment. Yeah.
ナゲッツエンターテインメント、Thank you。ナゲッツエンターテインメントを設立したのが2022年ですね、ティムさん。で、この時ですね、もう一人の設立者、クリスさんというの方がいたんですけど、お二人ともどうやらコフィーステイン、ヤギゲーとか、サティスファクトリー作ったところですね、に、いらして、そこを辞めて、でそこで、しばらく何を作るかっていうのをずっと考えたらしいんですよね、二人で。で同じ、場所でいろいろ開発の話とかずっとしていながら、そこでゲームの一つのアイディアっていうのがやっと決まって、その後でやっぱり2020年に設立したということなんですね。実は今回ですね、RBZ の話をしてますけれども、Nuggets Entertainment, before RBZ, there was an announcement of another game, correct?
Yeah, correct. So we've been working a while on a game called Among the Wild. Which is a first-person farming sim, you could say, where you like wrangle a bunch of different fantastical creatures. That we're still working on. However, we've been a little bit, what do you say, like blindsided.
A little busy.
A little bit busy on RV there yet. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was a. Where was this announced again? I remember it was quite at a big
PC
convention.
game show last year.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that was also. You'll probably get this asked a lot, but the title of Among the Wild itself, is that like a homage or anything
To
to the
oh
book?
no,
The book.
we don't know. We didn't know there's a book.
No.
or I didn't
Oh,
at
really?
least.
Wait, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
wait.
Hold on.
it's ringing
Oh,
a
do you mean
bell
like
now.
Into the Wild, or no? What's
Wait, wasn't
Where the wild things are?
where the wild things are? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Was that it?
That's
Yes,
that's like
yes.
a
Sorry. Okay, I thought it was Among the. I got it mixed up with
I see
something
Yeah,
that
else.
now.
that's
There's
right.
like
Yeah.
there's like creatures and stuff in there as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my brain
Yeah.
just made the connection there. But yeah, I was pretty surprised when Jace was doing talking about, oh, there's a big announcement kind of thing, and then, oh, wow, this looks good kind of thing. So that was interesting. OK、インタープリテーションということですね、実はナゲッツエンターテインメントはですね、アルビゼアートの前に、アモング・ザ・ワイルドというゲームを発表しております。今、リンク貼りました。I have the link in the chat now。皆さんチェックしてみてください。こちらですね、PC ゲーミングショーでの発表となります。これをですね、最初、So this was the first game you guys, well, Tim, you and Chris wanted to make.
Yeah, that's
Is
what
that correct?
we started the studio around this idea of making this game. Correct. Yeah.
でナゲッツエンターテインメントがやはり最初に考えていたのは Among the Wild ですね。そしたら、and then somehow, obviously it happened. Okay, now going to Jace. でちょっと Jace さんに聞いてみましょう。Jace, what is your background?
My background.
バックグラウンドなんでしょう。
Yeah, it's a lot of things. But before working with Nuggets Entertainment, I worked at Coffee Stain, and I worked there as a programmer and community manager. I worked a little bit on Goat Simulator, worked on Satisfactory. And then I left and I started working as a solo dev on my own game and doing content creation. And then Tim, who I'd worked alongside with on Satisfactory, he also did like a lot of creative director work, I think, for the up until like update 4 or something for Satisfactory. So like it was a really good time. I had a lot of fun working with him and Christopher as well. And I love the trailers that they make and all that kind of stuff. So like I always remember that it was very fun working with them. And so they asked, that they were like, come check out this game that we're working on, And then there was like talks of like, you want to work here? And I'm like, oh, I'm working on my game, but I'm not sure. But then eventually I was like, it sounds like a good idea. I kind of want to be part of Among the Wild. The game looks so fun, and I want to work with these people again. So I just joined about like maybe 1.5 years ago or something. Maybe something like that. I don't know, but it's been pretty good ever since. Yeah.
ジェイさんはですね、ジェイさんもコーヒーステンで、焼き毛の頃から、働いている方ですね。もう12、3年ともっと前かもしれないですね。で、その時に、クリスさんと、ティムさんとですね、一緒に働いていたと。でその時、ティムさんが確かクリエイティブダイレクティングもやっていたと。サティスファクトリーのどうやらアップデート4ぐらい。の時ですね。で、そこで一緒に働いてるのがすごい楽しいなっていう雰囲気がもう、記憶に残っていたと。で、その後、ティムさんのクリスさんがそのナゲッツエンターテインメントを、設立したと。で、ゲーム自体も面白そうであると。で、だから前回、そんな話を、前回というかその以前一緒に働いていたということで、また一緒に働きたいなという考えを持って、今、お手伝いしているということですね。でも、ジェイさん、ジェイス、you are also a developer yourself, correct?
Yeah.
A solo
Yeah.
developer.
So I wear a lot of hats in general. So like even with Nuggets, I wear a lot of hats. So like on Among the Wild, I'm a community manager for that, but I also am a writer for that, and I also do programming as well for it as well. Like not so much that I'm a full programmer, but I do some, right? So I do a little bit of everything, and then on my game, where I'm a solo developer, I do everything. So I do level design, the art, the programming, the writing, things like that.
どうやら、ジェイさんは個人でもゲーム開発者でもあるんですよね。ご自身のゲームも作っているんですけども、本人自身、いろんなことをやっていると。もちろんそのゲームに直接関係するものでもありますし、ゲーム周りのコミュニティマネジメントの部分でもあるので、プログラマーであったり、多分アートも今、確か、練習もしていると。で、配信も本人やっているので、いろいろやってますね、ジェイさんは。で、日本語も勉強しているはずです。
ですね。はい。
Alright. man, there's so many questions I'd love to ask, but there's another thing. So all three of the people that we have been talking today, Tim, Chris, and Jace, are from Coffee Stain.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's with Coffee Stain? Coffee Stain created God Simulator 1, 3, 2 is gone, and Satisfactory, also Sanctum. That was how you started off. Why is Coffee Stain producing so many interesting people? Maybe Tim, do you have any idea?
Oh, I think it's like from I wasn't there day one, but a lot of the team or a couple of people on the team, like Stefan and Marcus at Nuggets, were like co-founders of Coffee Stain, so they know how it started. My theory is that it was just very pure in the beginning. Like how many were there? Like 9 people who just wanted to make games. Everyone had just graduated school. Everyone is quite different, but they all had like the love for games and making games, and had a vision of like, well, we can do this ourselves. Why should we go get a job? I think that just created like a pretty cool studio and a pretty cool environment to make make games. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's also one other thing that I think is worth mentioning. So our town that we live in is called Skövde, which is a weird thing. I'll spell it and write it in the chat. Here, this is the name of the town. Okay, in Sweden.
Okay.
So it's a fairly small town, but it has a university that has a game development course in it, and it has an incubator attached to that. So it helps get students out of the university, and they help fund startup companies, and then they try and make games. And yeah, so what that creates is this weird sort of environment in this town where there's like a high percentage of game developers in a small town, and it gets like this crazy hits that come out of that. So like Goat Simulator, Satisfactory, V Rising, Raft, Passepartout, like the list goes on. Like the Landfall people started there as well, I believe. At least some of them did. I don't know if the actual company
I think one, yeah, exactly. Yeah, one I think it came from.
Or is just one person came from
Yeah.
So there's something also about the town as well that like produces like that is producing like good game developers, I think. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. 今質問したのがですね、今話してたお三方ですね、ティムさん、クリスさん、ファウンダーですね。で、ジェイスさんも今お手伝いしていると。で、3人ともコーヒーステインから来てるんですよね。で、なんでコーヒーステインをじゃこんなに、いわゆる優秀な人々が来てるんですかって聞いたところ、まずティムさんはですね、ティムさん自身はどうやら初期の頃からいたわけじゃないんですよね。ジェイスさんは確か初期近く。ジェイス、sorry, did you work on
Sanctum? I started on what's it called? Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator. いやいや、なるほど。で、J さんも、サンクタムの後ですね。コーヒー戦自身はサンクタム、1、2だったかな。という、タワーディフェンスのゲームを作って、そこからヤギゲーの方にも行ったんですけども、どうやら初期の、頃確か9人ぐらいで9人ぐらいコーヒーステンスタジオ始まったんですけども、大学を出たばっかりで、全員でそれぞれすごいユニークな方々だったんですよね。でもそれぞれやっぱりゲームを作ることに関しては、ゲーム開発に関してはとてもね、熱意があったと。で、みんなやる気があった。で、そのシナジーとかがなんかうまくいったんじゃないかということだそうですね。で、J さんがそこで付け加えてくれたのは、どうやらですね、今スウェーデン、コーヒーステンスウェーデンにあるんですけども、そこのハフダだったかなという町があると。で、その町でですね、町を挙げてゲーム開発の支援をしているそうなんですね。公的なということです。だからそこでインキュベーターシステム。これはインキュベーターっていうのは、いわゆる始めたとある事業とか業界を始めたばっかりの人に、先輩たちがちゃんと教えてくれるということですね。アドバイスをしてくれる。メンター、先生になってくれるということですね。で、他にもファンディングみたいなのもあるそうなので、例えば大学に入る。そしてその後で会社に行く。そこをちゃんとね、システマチックっておかしいですけど、can you say like the town systematically kind of lures people into the gaming industry?
Yeah,
lures sounds like it's a very dodgy situation.
I know.
I think it's true. Like it incentivizes people to move there and whatever, right? It seems like an attractive town for aspiring game developers, I would say, right?
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing to add is that like we do have a couple of those in in Malmö and in Stockholm and like Gothenburg, but they have they have a little bit more established industry or like bigger companies. So most people might go to those companies to work, and a lot of people did from Skövde as well. But I think that what's interesting about Skövde is that people stayed even though there wasn't any jobs, and they just created their own companies instead, or like a lot of people did. So I think like the fact that they were lured to Skövde, but there wasn't any jobs.
Then they were stuck there.
Yeah, they were stuck there, so they had to create their own games. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can only imagine, but by the sounds of it, there was. It's not okay. Incentive doesn't have to be physical or money-wise or economic, right? So maybe people, because they studied there, they had a sense of attachment to the town itself, and this is the Japanese way of thinking. Maybe they wanted to give something back to the town.
I think there are many who might probably feel that way.
Yeah, oh, that's nice. やっぱりですね、どうやらこの町大きな会社っていうのは今はあるんですけども、当時はやっぱりなかったんですよね。実はこのハブタのこのシステムから出たゲームっていうのがですね、もちろんコーヒーステインもそうなんですけども、V ライジングというとても大きい、TPS のオープンワールドゲームですね。ラフトこれも大人気ですね。ランドフォールとっても速く走るやつとか、なんだっけトラックフォールじゃなくて What the truck 違う。What's the name of the land fall game? Yeah, that's it. そうっていうのも作ったしっていうのも出てます。でそれの開発の一人がどうやらそのインキュベーターシステムから出たそうなんですよね。でこれの手厚い支援のおかげでものすごいこれ全部めちゃくちゃ売れてますからね。ゲーム自体もすごくいいです。The game sold well and they're actually fun as well. So that's really good. そう。Oh, someone, hi. Someone said hi to Jace. Hi. で、スウェーデンはインディーの聖地。そう。Sweden is the holy land of sanctuary of the indie. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, now let's talk about RV Day. First, let's talk about the big vehicle in the room. First off, congratulations. I hear you already went over 1 million sales. In 4 days, right?
Yeah, that was the first 4 days. Yeah.
Have you had other announcements of sales after that?
Do you want to?
Yeah, we.
So, because I don't want to go in, I don't want to pry. So, if you had an announcement, I'll ask.
Okay,
But if not, then
we announced we announced 2 million
Yeah.
sales after how many days, Tim?
8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by that logic, we should be at 3
So
million, right?
Yeah, right.
After 12 days, I think. But what we can say is that I think yesterday was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, we hit 3 million sales. So that's we're just over that now. I think it's like 3.1 or something.
All right.
Yeah,
Then the usual question. Tim, were you expecting
No,
this?
absolutely not. No. Yeah, it hasn't even really sunk in. It still feels very strange. I don't really trust that it has happened. It probably is probably a bug in the Steam backend. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, so there's okay. Does anyone know Exit 8?
Yeah.
There's a small indie from Japan. Okay, so that guy also had a main project, but he created something on the side. I think there was another game who had a main project, but he created one on the side and it sold well. So I feel there's a small trend of developers really trying hard to create a game, but they get tired, so they try another game of that kind of as well. Do you think that there is a reason for that?
Yeah,
Tim?
I think I've actually heard a term that I can kind of relate to, which is like post-burnout games. So it's like you work on your passion projects, and that takes like a lot of like your soul and creative energy and a lot of your effort, and then you make something that is just like you're so tired you cannot even think, so just make something stupid and fun. And it's something with that energy. I think it's something that I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it's might not be the correct story, but I think like Eye of the Tiger was made the same way. Like certain songs were made the same way. Like they had like 2 weeks to make 2 songs. They forgot. They spent like 95% of the time on one song, and they're like, "Oh shit, we actually promised 2 songs. Let's just make one really quick." I think there is something special in that that energy of just not overthink it, just have fun. Yeah.
There's a similar story in a lot of anime and manga in Japan where people like, especially when fighting stuff, so you get tired out, but then you become your pure natural self, and everything is perfect kind of thing. Kind of a Zen style maybe.
I guess it's the
don't add
feeling that
anything on
like if you polish something too much, it just becomes, devoid of any sort of feature, kind of thing. And so like, I think that's the lesson here, is that sometimes imperfections are the charm that people are looking for.
Yeah. But I think like there are a lot of cases of the opposite, right? Where like games have been worked on for 7, 8, 9 years, and they actually, you never think that they're gonna pull through, but they actually come out on the other side, and it's great. So I don't think there's one way to make games.
Of course. 今ですね、まず最初は売上100、最初の4日間で100万本おめでとうございます。で、どうやら、8日目にして200万本超えたそうです。で、その計算でいくと、すでに3200万本売れてないといけないんですけど、人間の限りがありますので、okay, this is going to be a long interpretation, by the way. で、どうやらですね、昨日300万本、いったっていうこと発表ありました。おめでとうございます。プリメネ、おめでとうございます。みんな拍手。はい、おめでとうございます。おめでとうございます。で、その中でですね、8番出口であったり、もう一作品ですね、そのメインの作品の作ってる最中にもう一歩ちょっと横で作ってみようっていうのが、売れちゃった、当たったっていうのがね、いくつかあるんですよね。で、それってなんかトレンドですかっていうのを聞いてみたらですね、確かにそのパッションプロジェクトですね、すごい熱意のある、すごいやる気満々で作ったゲームにちょっと疲れて、ちょっと何も考えずに横で作ってみた。それが、そうするとなんか当たっちゃうみたいなの確かにあるかもねっていう。で、彼はポストバーンアウトゲームズって言ってましたけど、面白いなと思いました。で、これ日本人だったらね、結構ほら、自然体っていう言葉が、もう疲れ果てた自然体っていうのが、ね、よくあるので、それみんな分かってると思います。分かってるじゃない、共感できると思います。そして J さん自身がですね、やっぱりその完全じゃないもの、インパーフェクションですね。完璧でないものっていうのはやっぱりより共感が多分上がるんじゃないかなっていう同じ意見だと思います。That is very, very interesting. So the background of the game. We have all heard that this is a game jam game. So was this an in-house game jam?
So,
okay, Tim.
So I actually had like a different version of this game in like different ideas that have been going on, and we've been watching like ever since like Lethal Company and like Repo and then Peak. Like there's a lot of like that genre of like what you would call friend slop, or even if
I want to be honest, in the meeting I wanted to ask you if I can use the word friend slop, because it kind of has a negative connotation, but
exactly. I think all of those are great games. So I don't think it matters about but I think like so I had a lot of ideas around friend slop, but also like this idea of like, what if you're like 4 people driving just one vehicle and have to like go through like a lot of problems and gather resources and repair and like you could make that as like a survival crafter game. You could make that as like in various ways, but like once like Repo or Peak or all of the like those games came out, it was kind of like clear that we should make or there should be a friend slop version of this. Maybe someone is already working on it, but yeah, that was a very like, that was just a core idea. And then we were at the gym, me, Simon, and Christopher, working out as game developers do. And then I pitched the idea, and they got really excited. And then we talked a little bit with another Christopher that we call K2 on the team. We just had one lunch, and everyone just added their own ideas to that idea. Like K2 was like, it needs to have like a winch system, and like I think Christopher was like, it should definitely be a Winnebago, like, or that type of like motor home type vehicle. And Simon probably had a bunch of ideas as well. But Simon was the one that said like, shouldn't we just game jam this? Because we were all just like playing. We talk about a lot of different game ideas at Nuggets all the time, but he was the one who was actually like, shouldn't we just do this? And yeah, so we decided like, okay, people were like most of the team were on vacation at the time, so it was only us 4 there, and we just made the decision to like, okay, let's spend a week and see if this is something.
Was Jason any of this?
No, I was chilling.
I was chilling.
Yeah. So this happened like over a summer break, right? So a lot of people were on break at this time.
Yep.
And I think it was like the 1 week that I took like a complete vacation. I think this happened at that time.
I think so, yeah. I think, but we did like show the result pretty quickly. Like after that week game jam, we just showed it to the rest of the team to just like, what do you think? Is this? And I think you played the first week version as well, right, Jace?
Yeah, I did. I played it like immediately, and my impression instantly was like, I immediately get this game. Like the second I played it, I was like, yeah, I see the whole game. I get it. Like, I'm not sure exactly what puzzles we're gonna make or whatever, but like, it's instantly fun. It's instantly interesting. It's it's easily understandable, and there's so many options that we have. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. So
That is very interesting. ですね、今、こちらの、RBZ ですね、実はゲームジャムっていうのは短期間で一つのゲームを作り上げるっていう、一つのテーマに対してですね。で、それが本来、例えば1週間とか、3日間とかあるんですけども、単純に短い期間で作る。本当は、ね、ゲームはね、やっぱりできれば半年、最低半年は欲しいので、本当は1、2年かかるんでね、インディーでも。その中、RBZ のアイディア自体はずっとあったらしいんですよね。で、例えば、一応ですね、今、英語圏でフレンドスロップっていうゲームが、ジャンルが、単語が投げ、もういろいろ言われてるんですよね。で、フレンドスロップ自体はちょっとネガティブな意味合いに聞こえるんですよね。スロップっていうのはその適当な楽なみたいな感じがあるので、今確か翻訳家の方もいらっしゃったと思うので、ちゃんとした翻訳があったら教えてください。で、そのフレンドスロープ、例えば、ピーク、リーサルカンパニー、ここら辺ですね。いわゆるみんなでわちゃわちゃできる系のゲームなんです。で、そういうのもあったよねって、そこでなんか、みんな、こう、車両があって、でもサバイバルクラフトもできるかもしれないし、で、みんなでジムに行ってる時とか、ランチの時とか、その K2 さん、サイモンさんっていうね、方もいろいろ、みんなでこういろいろ会話してたらしいんですよ。こう作ったらいいんじゃない、作ったらいいんじゃないっていう時に、いわゆるサイモンさんがですね、これもう、ゲームジャムでやった方がいいんじゃねっていうことを言って、じゃあやるかっていうことになって今になったそうです。で、ジェイさんが1週間、ぐらい、ゲームが1週間、開発1週間ぐらいの時にちょっとプレイしてみたら、これやってなった。やっぱりそれぞれ全然なかったけどね、中身はまだ。でもこれはなんかいいっていう状態なんです。これぶっちゃけちょっとロードトリップっぽいんですよね。This is, I really felt like hearing you and playing it yesterday at last. It's like a road trip movie.
Yeah, kinda.
So everyone can actually relate. Even though even say in Japan we don't have these huge RVs. There's no place to park it. But we have seen a lot of movies, and it kind of feels a bit. It's weird, like unexperienced nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. And even if I've never been in an RV or anything like that before. Well, I guess maybe a caravan in Australia, but still, like even if you do road trips in a smaller car. We all know what it's like to sit in the back and people are arguing over the tape, what's playing on the radio or which way they should go or whose turn it is to drive next. Like this is still like a universal kind of experience.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No.
Add anything to it? Okay. You just, I like the smile で。そう。で、やっぱり個人的にやっぱり映画みたいな感じで、我々日本人はさ、別にこういう RV 車ね、乗れないじゃん。巨大なのは。でもなんか映画で見てきてるしさ、みんななんかちょっとこう願望っていうかね、そういうのあるじゃん。で、やっぱりね、みんなでこうテープを聞いたりとかさ、みんなで共有できる体験っていうのを疑似的にできるっていうのは、This is one of the good things about gaming. Like in gaming we can experience stuff that we cannot in real life. And this is like really close to reality that we cannot experience. And it's
a perfect simulation of driving an RV.
And smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes, being bald.
Like, it is so real because people do that. people do everything except there's human life at stake, so we don't go to that extreme. But yeah, people do that. People like go no left, left, right, and then oh no, that's scratch kind of right. And then dad, or uncle at the back, smoking, drinking beer. That's perfect. So, so やっぱりねリアルなんですよねこれね。So yeah, and I'm still amazed that the tape was Jace.
Yeah. That is the other thing I did too. Voice acting on this. Yeah.
Yeah. That is. Yeah, you did say it during stream, so yeah, it is official. Yeah. Okay, I'll just ask a quick one. Why?
Why? So wait, why did I voice act?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Why were you designated
Okay.
the
So
voice
there's a couple
actor?
reasons. First of all, I really love voice acting. I'm not a pro or anything, but it's something that like I research a lot in my spare time. I get lost in the YouTube rabbit holes. And also when I worked on Satisfactory, one of easily my favorite stuff to do was all the voiceover work that had to be done for patch notes videos or anything. I would just love like grabbing the blanket, put it over my mic to soundproof and say the lines, get the delivery correct, edit the thing. I love it so much. It is so much fun. And so what was really fun about this as well was that I got to write the characters. I got an idea of what they wanted with the world. So I wrote the characters, I wrote the story, wrote the lore, and then I got to voice act them using whatever accents I could do. And it was just so much fun. But another reason for why I did do this was because, so when I work at Nuggets, I typically only work part-time. And given that this was a game jam and we had limited amount of time, I didn't really feel comfortable investing time into learning their code base and doing programming. But also, I didn't want to tie up like features that they're waiting on for me to submit code for when I'm only working half the time. Because I've got my game to work on and content and stuff to do. So that was another reason I was thinking, okay, in what capacity do I feel good about contributing in the game? And I'd been doing writing for Among the Wild, so I think Tim and I were like, well, what if we just write some characters? And I'm like, I could just try voice them. It's like, yeah, just try. And I would ask Tim a little bit about like, should this be good, whatever? And Tim's just like, just like I think we did one tape. I gave you a rough of one tape. You're like, perfect. Write the rest and just give it to me when you're done. And I'm like, okay, this is what you said. So I just did everything. And I'm like, here you go.
Wait, so Tim, did you not like you did check everything before you put it
Yeah,
in the game,
that I did, but no, I think there was more people involved as well, right, with the sound design from Dennis and like the implementation. So there were some safeguards. No, but no, but I ever since we worked on Satisfactory together and when we talked about like the like all of the update videos and the community videos we do. I've always seen Jace as like an amazing writer, like because he always wrote scripts, and I always thought them were really funny. So it's like I always wanted to encourage him to do writing stuff, and I'm super happy that he does it for Among the Wild, and then it just felt super natural for like you said, you didn't want to get too deep into the development of the game, but at the same time, we felt like it would be cool to add this layer of like we had the idea of like doing different music, like doing different cassette tapes, but it would also be cool to hear like a voice sometimes, and we talked around those ideas, but then it turned into the absolute calm with Austin.
Yeah, that was very, very good, and we needed it. You need absolute calm in that game as well, right?
Correct. It's very helpful.
今ですね、軽く言うと J さんの声が実はテープRV のゲーム中拾えるんですけど、その中で声で変な人が喋ってるんですよ。なんやこれっていうなんかワン、ツー、スリー、ラフみたいなね、はいかな、もう本当おかしい人がいるんですけど、それ全部ジェイさんが声してるらしいんですよね。で、なんでジェイさんになったかっていうと、ジェイさん自身は今パートで、契約かな、契約社員みたいな、嘱託みたいな感じで、お手伝いしていると。で、その中で特に今回はゲームジャムゲーなので、そんなに時間をお互いにかけられないと思うんですよね。ジェイさん自身のもあるし、ゲームジャム系なんだったらコーディングをもう一度その会社特有のコーディングを学んで、 それフィードバックとかそれを提出するのも時間がかかるし、そしてお互いに良くないので、その中でじゃあできることは何ぞやっていうことでこのテープの話があったらしいんですね。で J さん自身もなんだろう、声優願望じゃないけどこの声を当てるっていうのが大好きらしいんです。面白いって。で本人だから昔の配信者みたいにこう毛布をねかぶってここでマイクでこう喋るっていうのをよくやるらしいです。This is such a streamer or content creator thing.
You get really hot and sweaty.
Someone say 二度とsomeone say 二度と忘れられないボイス。ニコニスさんって翔太言っていいのかな二度と忘れられないボイスっていう、a voice that you can't
Oh, that's
forget.
nice.
So that was very interesting. And I was only at the end when Jace told us that that was his voice, we realized, and that was
Yeah.
very good. You did such a good job. で、ティムさん自身もとっても喜んでいたそうです。だからティムさんa good feedback from the boss で。
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
そうそう。やっぱり台本書くのがすごい、文章書くのがすごい上手って言ってたので、すごいいいなっていう、ということで、任せたっていうことなんですね。最初に1本テープ渡したら、もうこれでいいよ。あとは作ってっていう感じで、もう信用するっていう感じでやったそうですね。That's very good. That's very good. Okay, thank you. Now, going back to RV, which was still there. Now, we did talk a little bit about friend slop. Now, okay, this is a bit away from the game itself, but the industry itself. I do feel that there are more people comfortable with multiplayer games than before. And in Japan, multiplayer games, yes, people are also getting used to it. For example, Apex. Usually it was like in a small forum where people wanted to play with, like, one more member for blah, blah. But that was hardcore. But I do feel the hurdle, what we say in Japanese hurdle, to get over multiplayer is lower. Do you think that you thought about that, or did you just want to make a fun with people kind of game, Tim?
Yeah, it was pretty basic thoughts. I like to some degree, like we talked about like, oh, there is a version of this game where we could work for 1 or 2 years and make it like a really polished game, and but I think everyone fell in love with the idea of just from our perspective, we didn't know how it was going to go. We just wanted to have fun making the game, but we also thought that the game was really fun, like already week 1 of production. And it did remind me of like when you played games like in back in my day, like LAN parties and stuff like that. And and the good thing about making like a smaller in scope and a cheaper game that still can be enjoyed by more people is that like the level of entry is kind of like, yeah, sure, we could try this for a night, and you might have a blast. And I think that's I really like that trend in games. I do enjoy other types of games as well, but I don't mind at all like that. This is but I think like just like playing a game that is very very authentic and like just want to make you and your friends laugh, instead of just like you have to grind to this rank or do the season pass thing, or you gotta do like all of that stuff. It's just like pure, okay, let's just experience something together, and it doesn't have to be the best game in the world, but like if you create those moments with your friends, then like
friends, yeah.
that it's golden. Yeah.
Jace, as a community manager, I think you have a lot of thoughts about interaction between
Yeah,
people.
I mean, I as both a community manager and a dev, like I think a lot of magic happens when you put people together. And I sometimes think back to game jams that I've done before, like more formalized game jams that are like 48 hours long or whatever. And all the games that did well in those, and also a formula that my game jam group and I developed together. It was always like a local a local competitive multiplayer game, because in 48 hours you can only make so many features, but if one of your features is to include multiple people, then they will create new features themselves by creating new experiences. Yeah, and it's your game just goes further in that sense. So like that is always like, yeah, it's definitely yeah, something that's worth exploring, depending on what kind of experience you're trying to make. Yeah. So it's definitely the case here with RV there yet. Like people are sharing it so much because they make their own moments that no one else has had. And it's just so special. Yeah.
うん。いやいや、確かに確かに。やっぱりその、このフレン友達とプレイするっていうのは、その日本ではね、今もまあだいぶ増えていますけど、そもそもゲーマーが、なんちゅうんだろうな。ゲーマーはそのマルチでプレイするって結構ハードコアゲーマーとか、結構ガチゲーマー、ガチオタみたいなのがメインだったと思うんですけど、最近本当その緩くなってる気がするんですよね。で、そこ意識しましたかっていう質問したところ、そこももちろんあると。で、ただ人と一緒にプレイする。で、人と何か関わって何かをやるっていうのは、なんちゅうんだろう。新しいコンテンツの作戦にもつながるっていうことなんですよね。だから例えば RB でやるとも、もちろん一人でもプレイできるけど、それガチゲーですよね。でもマルチでやるとなんか突飛もない。変なことが起こる。それはそれでやっぱり素晴らしいことであるっていうのが、楽しみにさらに楽しみが加わるっていう、とってもいいこと、であるっていうことですね。で、自分もちろんそう思いますね。Yeah, there's a lot of games, on reviews saying that it's fun with your friends, but then, the turnaround is it's not fun alone kind of thing. But, but this game, I really feel that the synergy is definitely, well, for the Friends Club itself, the synergy of human beings is really good. And I'm actually happy that it's a new genre. Because, in this, there's a lot of bad things happening, but, oh yeah, people can have fun. It's really
Yeah,
good.
having fun again is still a thing that can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been talking about that a lot because, like FES games, being good at a game is now a kind of a status, a hierarchy. If you're good at a game, you're a better human being than other people. But, no, my mom's a nice person, but she's not good at gaming.
But she's the 1K MMR scrub in Dota. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right, okay, I've been going to the Game Jam games. So Tim and Jay. So Tim first. Have you ever done a Game Jam before? I presume you have.
Just like small projects on my own, nothing like official. But
Okay.
nothing like
Jace.
this.
Okay. Okay, Jace, I presume you have.
Yeah, I've done quite a few. Yeah. So like especially when I was like in university and after university, I did a bunch. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what was different than the usual Game Jam for this? Because, okay, I just going to explain to people while you think. ゲームジャムは本来は見たこともない人たちと一緒にじゃあとあるテーマに沿ってやるっていうのがゲームジャムですよね。で、小さいプロジェクトが多いんですけど、3ヶ月ぐらいのゲームジャムっていうのはゲームジャムと言えるのかもまた別ですけど、今までのゲームジャムと何が違いますかということを聞きました。Okay, who wants to go first?
I could start with like very little knowledge of other game jams. I could say one thing or a couple of things that I think are I'm very like thankful for, like that I thought was very unique, is that when we pitched the idea to make this game in such a short time, and that we have like programmers on the team like K2, Marcus and Stefan, like that they said yes to the fact that it's multiplayer physics with a vehicle, open world. Like there's so many things that could go wrong.
These are all red flags. Yeah.
These are all like things that usually take, like, okay, so you want to make an elevator where you put physics planks on the elevator, and then you and 4 of your friends drive a physics-based vehicle on top of that elevator, and then you should move the thing up. It's like
I did that. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think we're just very lucky to be working with people that say like, that sounds like a lot of fun. Let's try and make it work. Because I think I think the project could have been stopped there with just being like, it sounds really hard. And I think that's something that sometimes is really good to be. I'm not saying naive, but be excited enough to actually try something hard. Yeah.
But I also think there's like a key feature here. Like I think if we were to say, look, we'll give ourselves a year to get that down and make it really, really polished, like that might have changed their minds to go, I don't really want to solve that problem, right?
Yeah.
And instead, the fact that it was a short turnaround game jam game, and the intention was that it was never going to be perfect, because by design, by the deadline, it meant that like they could go, okay, well, I can get that elevator in with a vehicle with multiplayer. We can get that to actually technically work, but it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a little janky,
Sure.
and unexpected things are going to happen. But that's also the nature of the tight deadline. So like I think that was also part of like I can't really speak for them, but I imagine as someone who's also a programmer, I could sign up for that as a programmer. But to solve those so that there are no issues, I don't want to sign up for that
That's very
as a
different.
programmer.
Yeah.
なるほどね。どうやら今回もちろん3ヶ月という短い期間なんですけど、それを逆に構想したらしいですね。結構やっぱりこの物理演算ベース、フィジックスベースのゲームっていうのは大変なんですよ。もうバグだらけ、グリッチだらけになるのはもう目に見えてるんですよね。で、実際にゲーム内にもあるかもしれないけど、それを完璧になくすとすると、ぶっちゃけやる気が。だから3ヶ月だったからこそ、じゃあこのアイディアちょっと入れてみようやって言ったら、3ヶ月か、っていうのじゃなくて、3ヶ月だとちょっと試してみるわ。までいけるんですよね。So probably so that just, okay, I'll give it a try. Is probably one of the things, right? Because if it's like a long term, a year, then okay, I'll do it or not. But if it's a short term, okay, I'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, I'll say no.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So やっぱりちょっと試してみてっていうのがそのおかげでこうやってくれた。で、何よりそのゲームジャム内でみんなが否定しなかった。とりあえずアイディアあったら、じゃあやってみろってみんなこういう同じ心持ちでいたのがすごい良かったなっていうことになったそうですね。で、J さん自身もやっぱり似たように同じことを言ってて、やっぱりその長期にわたるとその完璧にこう磨き上げるっていうのはもう嫌だけど、これぐらいだったらまあいいかなっていう。いや、本当に。I remember the last night the tree part. Right? The vehicle got flipped, I think it was like, what do you call it?
Penetrated the
It's
RV,
landed
yeah,
in the,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to pull it out, and yeah, it worked. That was so funny.
that was really good.
Yeah, that is definitely good content, good clip anyway. Yeah, so talking about clips, a little bit about the synergy with streaming in this day and age. Yeah, right. Do you know the game Don't Scream? There's a game called Don't Scream. It's voice active. Yeah, voice activated. He's really marketer type kind of a game developer. But yeah, very interesting words he uses. But so the synergy with streaming. I'm just gonna ask, did you consider it? Did you think anything about streaming? Tim?
Not more than that we thought people would have fun. Like we didn't. I don't think we invested a lot of like extra time or features on like, this should work on this. But it's just, I think it's the nature of the industry today. It's just like, even if you make a single player or a multiplayer game, maybe others on the team did. I didn't think of everything in this game, right? So maybe someone else is gonna say like, actually I thought about it and I implemented this. But as far as I know, like we just tried to make a fun game. To be enjoyed with friends, and then that's it.
I like that. Yes, Jason, as a streamer, do you have any opinions or?
Yeah, I mean, I as a streamer, like I see how it works as stream content for sure. You know, like I definitely could see that. But I'm honestly in the same boat as Tim in that like. To me and the way that I am when it comes to like making stuff, the thing that I care about most is just making the thing good or what it's supposed to be rather. So I didn't really stop and think, oh yeah, this is going to be perfect for streamers. We should do it. You know, it wasn't like that wasn't really in my mind, but somewhere in my mind, it was like, it will probably work well for streamers, but I'm focusing on this over here right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little drop of my question here. 配信映えすごいするゲームなんですけど、配信のことは考えましたかって聞いたところ、少しはね、やっぱり最中に、ジェイスさんもティムさんは、こうしようっていうわけじゃなくて、配信でも映えるだろうなっていうことは考えたけども、何よりもやっぱり面白いゲームを作りたいっていうのが基本的にあると。特に昨今ね、配信者どうのこうのっていうのありますけど、やっぱりいいゲームを作るっていうのが結局、一番楽しいし大事なんでしょうね。Making a good game is fun and probably most important thing, right? Yeah, okay. A bit more about development. So, I want to kind of talk also about Among the Wild as well. So, do you think creating this game has kind of made it easier to create Among the Wild or not? So, I don't want to say that, I think more mentally.
So I don't think we know the answer to that yet. actually. But it was one of the, because we carefully discussed this when we actually decided to go for RV there yet. We actually said like, okay, this means that the whole team works on it together. Let's try to ship something in 6 weeks, but it ended up being 8. But like we set a hard deadline for us, and we like intentionally said like, okay, let's pause Among the Wild. And I remember one of the reasons, or like on the pro side of doing this, was actually like, okay, this reminds us how it is to ship something, what it's important, and just try to make something fun together. And maybe that energy will carry over to Among the Wild and help us ship that and like remind us, because it was a while ago some of us shipped a game. So I think that was one of the like reasons, but it's the proof is gonna be in the pudding. I can't say yet. Yeah.
Completely with Tim here. Yeah. I think he covered it.
今聞いたのですね、その今回、アビゼート作って、そのメインのアマング・ザ・ワイルドというゲームに対して、なんかこう、楽にどういう思いになりましたかっていうことなんですよね。で、これとってもいい状況だったそうで、やっぱりその久しぶりにちゃんとゲームをこう作って、そして出すっていう、やっぱり大きなゲーム作ると時間かかるので、その、まあ、it was like homework, I guess. ちょっとした宿題を予習をしたっていう感じになるのかな、っていうことでとっても良かったそうですね。Okay, I love indie games and I'm an indie game geek, but there's a lot of talk about indie game marketing. How there's already 18,000 games on Steam, probably 20,000 this year. So, a bit about marketing, because in the English region, people share. Like there's a site called How to Market a Game. People read that and they share it. In Japan, it's just now starting. So people are really interested. Did you market this game? Because this is a shadow drop, right? I was so surprised.
Who wants to
You
take
can
it?
start, Jason.
Can I take this? All right. It was brilliant marketing. So basically, what happened was we had to publish our Steam store page 2 weeks before the game dropped. We wanted to just shadow drop it because again, we didn't really know like where the game was going to be. So because it was so rapidly being developed, so we didn't really know like what state going to be in, when is it actually going to drop for sure, you know, like whatever, right? So we got to a point where like, yeah, we think we can drop this, but we also need the store page to be public for 2 weeks. And we're like, we don't even have a finished trailer. The game's not done. But we put the unfinished work in progress trailer up on Steam and just filled in some random stuff on Steam, and we got the store page up. And we're just like, so I remember talking to Tim about this. I was like, so what's the plan to stop, people from finding this? He's like, hope for the best, like that's basically it. And I think the first thing to cover it was, I think it might have been like Indie Freaks or something, some Japanese website actually tweeted about it. That was the first thing ever. And that happened very quickly, but it didn't take off, right? But then 4 days before we were going to announce the game, which was 1 week before we were going to launch the game, someone on TikTok found the store page and took the unfinished trailer and made a TikTok out of it. And that blew up and ended up getting like millions of views. And then other TikTokers saw the same thing and they made their own versions because they would get millions of views. And then so many TikTokers kept making versions and it just fed into itself. So before our social media even had profile pictures, before we even announced the game, we had 100,000 wish lists. So yeah,
that doesn't make sense at all.
I didn't do shit as a community manager.
You're slacking off.
I am. No.
Yeah, the trick is to try to hide your Steam page.
It's the Streisand effect. Yeah.
Oh man, that is no insight at all here, but very interesting story here. Oh my. Okay. What are the indie games going to do? Okay. Tim, what was your impression of hearing the wish list and these?
Yeah,
videos?
I was sitting and updating the Steam store page. Actually, I was trying to fix like for some reason we had a bug on some devices when it comes to one of the moving images. And then I just happened to
Okay.
refresh the wish lists like page and see like because we got like a couple of hundred, and like out of nowhere we got like 2,000. I was like, wait a minute, 2,000?
Okay.
Where? And then I like started looking at the. Then I think I just
Analytics.
Googled it, and it's and actually in
Oh.
the end, because I saw that a lot of people just came in from direct search from the analytics. So it must be like
Oh.
some external site, and I was like, oh, there's a TikTok. And then I shared it on Slack, and everyone was like, oh, holy shit. Yeah, and, no, that was crazy. That was and as soon as everything happened so quickly in this project that like because as soon as you're worried about the game not reaching people, but as soon as it's reaching people, you start worrying
Yeah.
about is the game good enough. So it just moved on to a different type of worry when we had 100,000 wish lists before we even announced. Yeah.
どうやらですね、今マーケティングの話をちょっと聞いてみました。はい、ちょっとうまくまとめたいと思います。ここは多分後でクリップをするかもしれないですね。さて、Steam ストアページというものですね、ゲーム発売2週間前にストアページを作らないといけないんですよ。でも本人たちはどうやら、当日でもいいかなと思ってるらしいんですけど、そのルールがあるから2週間前にページを作らないといけなかったんです。なので作ったと。その時動画もないと。画像別にちゃんともうまだ作っていないという状態で、とりあえず作ったと。で、その時にどうやら一番最初に、やったのが、インディーフリックス、レイヤー Q さんのところですね。I'll tell the founder of Indie Freaks that you mentioned him.
Sure.
He's a good guy. He's an indie
We met
game
them
streamer
at
as well.
Tokyo
Yeah,
Game
Q.
Dungeon
Yeah.
last year.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. そうのフィンで、最初に掲載したんですよね。その時点で、まあ、日本ですしね、インディーメインですから。なんですけど、どうやらその後ですね、TikTok かなんかで、不完全な、現在のトレーラーをちゃんとトレーラーにして TikTok に上げたそうなんですよ。で、それが爆発的に伸びたらしいんですよね。で、気がついたら、ウィッシュリストが10万いってたそうです。おかしいよね。どうしようもないよね。全然参考にならないですね。で、ティムさん自身もそのストアページの画像とかをね、なんかバグってたからちょっといろいろやってみたと。でも、ちょっと適当になんかリフレッシュしたら、最初はね、数百でもね、インディーだったらすごいんだよ。でも、それが2000、なんで2000も上がってんのって、2000やったら万々歳なのに。で、それで調べたら、どうやらね、ダイレクトサーチ、直接検索で、外部から入ってきた人が多いらしい。だから、ゲームが発売される前に、すでにプレイヤーたちに届いていたっていう、とても稀有な存在なので、Okay, yes, I think we can call this an anomaly.
Yeah. I think if you were to try and, however, I would say if you were to try and find like, well, where, like, what were the controllable factors that helped? And
Yes.
I feel like maybe Tim would never come out and say this outright, but like Tim and Christopher are, I think, like two of the greatest trailer makers for games like ever. And so the trailer was really good, in my opinion, and was just really, really attractive. And so when whoever this TikTok person was, when they stumbled upon the thing, they saw a really, really, really fun trailer, and they probably saw a way to like that their audience would enjoy looking at it. And when the audience looks at it, it's immediately fun. It's immediately interesting and funny. And so I think that like the trailer just went a really, really long way as well. So that like they're responsible for so many amazing, satisfactory trailers too, and from back in the day. So in that regard, I think the trailer did a lot of work too. Yeah.
Thank you, Jace. I just want to add that it's easier. Like I have this view on marketing being like maybe it's a bad way of wording it, but it's like it starts kind of already when you make the game, and it's not necessarily like I personally think about it being like specifically marketing. It's just like trying to make a game that like is fun and like understandable, or like and so I mean it's easier to make trailers when you have a great team and like a game that we think is fun, because it was like so it's worth saying that as well. I think it starts with the game, and in the end you can do a lot of you can try to get a lot of outreach and you can do a lot of activities, but I think like the game is to some degree gonna sell itself, but you also need to help like show a little bit what's awesome with the game, or like romanticize it a bit, I think.
Yeah, I guess combining your two opinions, I do feel that what went well is you created a game that is, of course, fun, and then the messaging was conveyed what was fun in the game pretty well. So the users, the gamers, can see, and then, oh, it's this kind of a game, which it makes it easier for us to click
Yeah.
buy. Okay. で、やっぱり、ごめんなさい、動画を不完全って言いましたけど、どうやら一応なんか動画をちゃんと作って、で、ジェイさん曰く、ティムさんとかはですね、めちゃくちゃ動画作りがうまいそうなんですよ。なので、すごい面白い動画であったし、それを見た TikToker もさらにその編集をしたっていうのもさらに面白かったっていうことらしいんですよね。で、一応、今のところ、まあ、アノマリー異変と言えるんですが、この中で操作できる、コントロールできる部分どこかっていうと、やっぱりその動画の部分で、きちんとまずゲームの面白みはこれである。っていうのをまずちゃんと開発陣ってありますよね。で、自分たち面白いと思っていると。で、動画やサムネとかでそれをきちんと伝えられているかどうか、ゲーマー、ユーザーたちがそれを見て、あ、こういうゲームなんだってちゃんと理解できているかどうか。で、理解できていたらやっぱり買う可能性がまあ少しでも上がるので。で、あとはアルゴリズム君がまあどうにか仕事をしてくれるっていう可能性がありますね。And I love and hate the algorithm so much.
Did you say algorithm kun?
Algorithm kun, yes. we anthropomorphize everything in Japan. So, did you do any outreach, like press releases, influencer, or organic?
Yeah, we did once we announced, but like Jay said, we already had kind of the word has got out before we even did that. So yeah.
I think anything we did was a drop in the ocean compared to what was organically happening. Yeah, basically. So yeah, and then we had a lot of people, a lot of influencers reach out to us saying, hey, like we're interested in covering the game, so that kind of thing. So it just came to us in that sense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to go. Okay, if it's very difficult to answer anything, just tell me. Okay, the pricing I think is very like Jason giri, right? It's like not too expensive. It's like for a game jam game, it feels maybe pricey, but no, it's not. So in Japan, it's 920 yen. How much is it in USD? US dollars?
$8, around $8 with that.
$8. Okay. Did you just go with a gut feeling, or
we had a joke. I'm not sure. Probably Simon that made the joke. Is that like for every week we work on the game, we made a dollar value. So yeah, 8 weeks, $8.
内部でジョークがあって、値段設定なんですけど、ドルで$8なんですけど、内部のジョークで1週間$1っていうことで8週間で作ったから$8っていう。
That was also a very stupid marketing plan or whatever you want to call it, but that's how we operate.
Nope, yeah, but post-mortem, everything is perfect.
Yeah, it worked out really well, right? I don't know. Yeah. So you say it's a joke, Tim. I don't know how serious you are about that was actually how you based the price or not, but also I do remember like we had thought about it and we weren't super sure, but like because like it's always a little hard to judge how valuable your game is when all the pieces haven't fallen into place perfectly yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But towards the end, like we could see it all falling together. Like the game was working all along, but like we could see it fall together. And I think I remember, because I remember there being jokes like, I don't know if we could charge for this. Like that was the joke early in development. But then later we're like, oh no, we definitely can. The game is actually good. Like, and it's coming together. That kind of thing. So I don't know. Like I'm curious, Tim. I'm asking you, like, was it really based on this joke, or did we get to a point where we're like, no, we think this is an $8 game? Like.
No, it was like maybe like with a lot of jokes, it's like half truths as well, right? So you have like a lot of the conversations, but and you're absolutely right. In the beginning, we the idea of the project was to make something in 6 weeks. Turned out to be 8, and then let's if we don't think it's that good, let's just release it for free. Like that was the idea. Like if we feel like we didn't accomplish what we wanted to do with the game, then maybe we could release it for free and just let people in our community have fun with it. But then, like you said, we actually we felt like the game is actually really good. We have a lot of fun with it, and we also put out we got some alpha testers that actually tried out the game, and some of them said like, oh yeah, this game is done. If it's within this price range, I would absolutely have bought this game and had a lot of fun with it. So we did you could say that we did some confirmation and stuff like that, but it was all very organic. And in the end, we asked ourselves if we want to have a higher price, but it didn't feel right somewhere. We felt like, no, we're independent. If this sells X amount of units, that's perfectly worth it, like our time. So we felt like it was a nice balance. Yeah.
$8という値段はやっぱり、最後に言いましたバランスがちょうど良かったっていう、もちろんね、内部の、冗談、ジョークですけども、その1週間$8っていうのはありましたけども、やっぱりいろいろ話しているうちであったりとか、そのテストプレイしてもらった、プレテスターの意見の中で、この値段だと買うよっていうのも、きちんとフィードバックも受けて、それで総合的に考えて、これがちょうどいいんじゃないかっていう値段に落ち着いたそうなんですよね。で、ぶっちゃけ値段って本当難しくて、今、インディーってもうこうなんで、インディー is now either $3 or about $30 or something, right? So it's really, so it's really hard. なるほどね。That's it. Okay. A bit more, but I really want to go easy. So, how's it now? How do you guys feel?
Well, Tim?
Yes. So, yeah, I guess, I think it's the sales are probably still going up, and and you are getting a lot of probably interviews, a lot of press mails. But how do you feel now? It's been how long now?
2.5 weeks since it launched, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as Tim said before,
Tim?
like he can't really
Jason.
process or whatever. And I'm sort of the same. So like right now, the only thing I can really understand is like, all right, what do I have to do today? You know, and I just forget about it for the moment, and I just focus on like, what do I have to do? And I just take care of my life and move on, kind of thing. It is kind of strange, but it's also nice. Like I think one of the first things that I felt when I saw it doing well was how relieved I felt for the studio. I think that's the first thing that I felt, the first thought, because I think that Nuggets is a great studio. I feel like Nuggets is a studio that's making games for all the right reasons. And to see the studio get sort of rewarded in this way and to be secure and things like that, like makes me feel really happy for them and that it's paying off for them. So that was the first thought that I had. Yeah.
ジェイさんが今言ったのは、今、とりあえず、ここまで売れて、いろいろ忙しいでしょう2週間半どうですかってジェイさん曰く、ひとまず、もちろん、信じがたいものではありますが、何よりもそのスタジオの、プラスになったのが本当に良かったと。ここまで言ったらね、やっぱりいいスタジオ、ナゲッツエンターテインメントとてもいいスタジオなので、ここまで成功したのは本当に喜ばしいし、とても素晴らしいゲームを作ってるから良かったですっていうのがあります。Tim, anything?
Yeah, I think Jace said it all. Like, I think one thing that's worth as well to mention is like the amount of joy like the team has had watching people play. That's always one of the best. That's one of the coolest things with making games these days is that you like people share screenshots or they share like memes or they share like. And it's so much fun to like in the beginning where we're just like Nuggets, the team were working on the game and we played the game and we had a lot of fun with it. So and you never know how humor or like the vibe is gonna translate to other. But then seeing a lot of people picking up on exactly the same things that we thought were funny, or the weird look you could get from like your friend when he's sitting next to you judging you how you drive, or like having trouble with the manual shift of the car, like I mean like like stuff like it's so fun to like it's kind of like reliving a lot of the same moments that we have, but also then you see a lot of new moments that we haven't experienced. So I think that's like the biggest joy for us to just see that we made something that others enjoy.
tons of entertainment in the videos. Yeah, so many good clips coming out. Yeah,
No,
yeah, go
go
ahead.
on.
ティムさん曰くもちろん J さんが言ったこともそうなんですよね。でも他にもやっぱりいいのがプレイヤーの皆さんのプレイを見るのが楽しい。やっぱりいろんな人がプレイしてていろんなことが起こるっていうのが本当にいいので、それ見て笑ってみんなが私たちが楽しいと思っているものをみんな楽しんでるっていうのはすごく嬉しい、とのことなんですよね。いやそれすごいな。ちょうど昨日ゲームで人生初めてタバコ吸って変な。Someone just played it for the first time with his Australian New Zealand friends. And it was his first time in a game to smoke, so that felt weird.
Yeah.
That's very 1980s or 1990s vibes, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, so for the future of the game, are we there yet? I don't think anyone was expecting this. I don't think you would have, considered the develop or I guess the longevity of the game too much. But yesterday, Jace was saying that this is everything is so new, so there's very little that you can share or even talk about because probably still right now in discussion.
Yeah.
I presume about the future of the game. Yeah. I guess is that Jace?
Do you want me to take this, Tim, or yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as you say, there's when, as we were saying earlier, the game just sort of blew up, and now there's like 3 million people who have it. And so right now, like some of the biggest things that we need to focus on most is like the big priority issues. So there's like some technical issues that people are running into, some bugs and things like that. There's some like features that we just didn't get in time, but we wanted to get in. So things like keybinds, which are now in for keyboard and mouse, but we want to add, that for controllers and just other basic things, localization, for example. So there's all of these like baseline stuff that we need to take care of. But now that we have all these other folks in now, it's given like a lot of energy to the team too, so that they're definitely interested in like potentially doing more stuff, and we see a lot of suggestions for different things. So we're listening to those suggestions, we're having those discussions like constantly internally. But in terms of like what's going to happen yet, we don't really have too much more to announce. But it's a constant discussion, I think, of like how much do we want to do, how far do we want to go, and I guess time will sort of tell in that regard. But we have some plans for some stuff that we haven't spoken about yet, and we'll share at some point, but not today.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim, did you want to
No, that
add
was
anything
great.
to that?
That was great.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason was a good community manager. Okay. 今この RBZ の未来についてちょっと軽く聞いたんですけども、まあぶっちゃけ今300万人がこのゲームを持っているということで、やっぱり本来は多分ですよ。これ私の方ね。多分ここまでここまで大きくなると思ってもいなかったので、長く開発を予定なかったんじゃないかなと、勝手な想像なんですけども、どうやら彼らは、ここまで人がプレイしてるので、まずバグ取りとかね、本当にプレイできない状態の人たちのバグを直したりとかしていきますと。でもどうやらやっぱりやる気が、300万って数を見るとね、責任感もやる気も出てくるでしょう。なんかいろんなアイディアがね、今社内で話されているそうです。で今まさに会話中とのことです。これから先どうするかっていうの。だから今まだ何をするかっていうアナウンスすることは何もないけども、何かはしたいなということはあるという、ぶっちゃけポジティブですね。とても前向きな回答をいただいております。Now, yeah, but there's also this game called Among the Wild. So, yeah, hold on, just gonna show what it is. こちらですね。Alright, so こちらが Among the Wild。こちらもナゲッツエンターテインメントのゲームです。So I do feel that because the game did well, the RV there did well, there's a lot of motivation within the company. So how would the procedure or your mentality towards Among the Wild, has it changed before and after the RV there yet? I guess, Tim, have you changed? This can be your own opinion, not as a company.
No, I think that I think we achieved what we wanted to, like in a much bigger way than we thought. Like we got a lot of energy from doing RV there yet, and then seeing the response from that. And I think like we just I hope that confidence and you know that that way of making games, even if Among the Wild is a different game, in the end, like we want to make something charming that people can relate to, right? So I hope that we will bring that energy in. But yeah, it's like I mentioned before, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to affect. We're still very passionate about that game, but yeah, so we do have some things to figure out.
It sounds like it had a positive impact. It's confusing but positive impact towards
Yeah,
Among the Wild.
so one thing, like just financially for us, it's great, right? Like we're an independent studio, like we're able to keep on being independent, and like we're a small team. We're about 12 people involved in different ways, and what this enables is incredible, to just be able to, you know, make focus on like the making creative choices, and making, like, instead of just having to force ourselves to do business choices that we don't want to do, like, in the long run. So it enables us to keep on being independent, and hopefully keep on making like stuff that people enjoy.
Yeah. Jason, add anything to that?
No, not really. I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like
Oh,
change
did
anything? Jason, has anything inside you? Has anything
in me?
inside you changed?
So I will always just give my honest opinions and stuff like that. So RV there, I think great game, all that kind of stuff. I really liked working on Among the Wild and all the many different things I got to do with that. So I'm excited to get back to it at some point. But at the same time, like I know that the energy in the team is really strong for RV there yet, and my energy for it is as well. It's a really exciting time. So like happy to ride this wave. And but then like at some point I really I look forward to working on Among the Wild again. Not in a rush. It's okay. But like, yeah. So I definitely look forward to it. But yeah, like as Tim was saying, if the studio is in a more secure position and things like that, then I think that's only going to be good stuff for Among the Wild. Maybe more people are going to know about it as well. And yeah, so yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, that's good.こちら、アモング・ザ・ワイルドっていうのが、まあ、先に発表しているゲームなんですよね。で、RBZ が発売して、で、今こういう状況ですけども、前後で何か意識変わりましたかっていうのがありましたけども、基本的には変わってないっていうことですね。まあ、おそらく、まあ、お二人ともなんですけども、やっぱりいいゲーム作るっていうのは変わりないんですよね。ただ、やっぱり、それぞれやる気っていうのも違いますね。で、やる気っていうのは、まあ、一つのゲームに対してだけじゃなくて、まあ、どっちにもシナジーがあると思っているので、で、社内でもその RBZ もう少しやっていくっていう人ももちろん、まあ、いるでしょう。しかし、ジェイさんも言っているように、アモング・ザ・ワイルドっていう自身の、とても、まあ、いいゲームで、ジェイさんも楽しかったって言ってるので、アモング・ザ・ワイルドの開発に戻るっていうのを、戻るって言い方おかしいな。でも戻るですね。とても楽しみにしているとのことですね。何よりも、その、経済的なバックアップも必要としない、いわゆる真にインディペンデントになるっていうのがとってもでかいって言ってますね。パブリッシャーさんとかつくっていうのはいいことなんですけども、特に個人なんですが、まあ、大きなゲームになると、まあ、難しい面もいっぱい出てくるので、特に締め切りとかね。なので、そこは大変かなっていうのがありますね。Yeah, having a publisher for small, like solo, three people, developer, publisher is, yeah, I guess it's nice, especially for starting out new. But once you become, I guess, triple I, yeah, or double I guess. Yeah, we've heard so many stories, right?
There are stories.
And it's fun to be, and it's fun to be independent in the first place. That's why you became independent.
I presume, Tim, anyway. If you want to comment or not.
No, yeah, of course. It's it's the vision for Nuggets has always been to that the people creating the game, making the decisions, the business decision, the marketing decisions, or are the same people making the gameplay and the props and everything. So I think we like doing all of the parts. I think it just becomes more Uh, I don't know. We think it becomes better if it's the same people who makes all of the decisions.
ああ、なるほどね。ゲーム作ってる人と、まあ、あとはその判断する人が、全員同じだったら、まあ、いいなっていう。まあ、確かにね。なんだろう。特にここまで言ってると、もう、ちゃんとしたゲーム作ってるので、全然問題ないと思うんですよね。軽くちょっと Among the Wild についてお聞きしたいなと。A few things about Among the Wild, because when this was announced, I was like, wait, what is this? Especially the creatures. Like, so it says creature collector, but why the quirky, strange animals? Who started the concept for this? I presume this is Tim.
Yeah, it's started with me again, but the same with RV there. It's like we work as a team, and like the concept evolves, and like in the end, it's like the thing we see in the end is like the effort of a lot of people. But yeah, it started a while ago now, and yeah, the idea was just to make a first-person game that has like the core being that you have to understand and take care of a lot of different weird creatures. And then we've explored that concept in various directions, and I think that it's a game that has been a little bit harder to make because we haven't really fully understood where we want to take it. But we still enjoy that process, and it's like a very different process from Are We There Yet when everybody knew what we were making from the start. And I think there's enjoyment in both. It's like writing a book and you know exactly how the arcs are gonna be, or you're writing a book to find out what is this. And I think as a creative person, I enjoy those from the time to time, like the different aspects of them. But Among the Wild is still we have a lot of stuff that is core and down, and we have something that we can call a game. But I still think some of us think that we have some more stuff to do. But we're running a closed alpha, and we will probably be inviting more people into that as a next step to kind of figure out what we want to do with the game.
Nice. JC, you've also helped, I guess, on the game. Did you? And you did say that you had so much fun working on the game.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oh yeah, so I was gonna say that like yeah, so as Tim says, like I think that's one of the things that attracts me to Among the Wild a lot as well, is that there is still that sort of like interesting design, sort of like problem to solve of like where do we sort of take it? And that's where like in the back of my mind I'm still like obsessing over Among the Wild a little bit, like I'm like I still want to see where it goes. But yeah, it's a really great game. I also think that like it's another I think this is like a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier too, by the way, where you said the first time you saw it Among the Wild, you said, "What is this?" But the thing is, like the first time people saw RV There Yet's trailer, they didn't. I mean, maybe their thought was, "What is this?" But like everyone, like they were also like, "This looks insane. This looks so fun." I also understand there's an RV, there's a winch, there's explosions. I get it, But Among the Wild is very different. When you look at the trailer, like it might pique some curiosity, but it doesn't explain to you like what you're gonna do, right? So it's very hard in that sense, in my opinion, to like know what you're getting yourself into with Among the Wild, yet. And so I think that's something that like we have to work on both in the game and then how we want to communicate it. And I know that like we had intentionally tried to be a little bit coy about like what we wanted to share, because we wanted people to experience. There are certain experiences in Among the Wild that you need to have firsthand to understand. And so we didn't want to give it away, but then at the same time, if we don't give it away, we're not telling anyone anything. So there's that balance that we have to find. Yeah.
That's very interesting, because Avi Day definitely did, I guess, teach you
Immediately.
something.
Yep.
いやなるほどね。いや、アマゾンワイルド、の開発に関していろいろお聞きしたんですけども、まあ、RBJ トとは全然違うコンセプトですね。で、クリーチャーコレクター、物集めですね。で、もちろんこれもティムさんが最初に考えて、まあ、ティムさんが考え始めて、で、まあ、結構大きめのゲームにはなっていると。で、RBZ と比べてやっぱりやること大変なので、で、今まさに開発中で、で、ある程度の、まあ、その枠組みみたいなのできているけども、まだまだこれから追加したいものいっぱいあるっていうことですね。で、J さんも言っていましたけども、RBZ と比べて、正直何やってるかがちょっと分かんない部分がある。RBZ はもう見て、何これ面白そう、すげえっていうのがあるんですけど、RBZ、Among the Wild は、なんだこれはっていう、その好奇心っていうのはすごい刺激するんですけども、ちょっと分かりづらい部分があるかもしれないということを考えているそうです。で、そもそもこのゲームにはなんかやっぱりそのプレイヤーがきちんとそのプレイして、体験してほしい部分っていうのは存在はしているんですよね。でも、それを隠すと、プレイヤーわかんねえんじゃねえかっていう疑問というか考えもあるっていうことなんですよね。やっぱりだから RBZ の、今回の、まあ、爆発的な人気によって学んだことも結構あるということなんですね。Yeah, you know, the people watching or the video now or the video, they know that making a game takes time. GTA 6 got just got postponed, so yeah, Rockstar, yeah, they take time too. So yeah, I can see it happening. At least people can still enjoy
It's true.
RB
That's true. Games,
yeah. One last question.
yeah, I was
sorry,
going to say
go ahead,
games take
Jace, go ahead.
time unless
Sorry.
they don't like RV there yet.
That's good. That's good. That's gonna be noted. All right. Yes, it's been an hour and a half. Last question. Other than creating games, what do you want to do now? If you had time. Yeah, time to relax. Yeah. Is there anything? Or do you still want to just make something? Jace,
I think I would like a bit more time
Oh,
working on my
yeah.
game. Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
relax. I know what I want to do. Oh, I want to play Final Fantasy Tactics, and I want to play Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And these are two games that I just want to sit down, get rid of the world, and just play nonstop. Yeah, that's what I want to do. There you go.
That was, yeah, your boss is right there.
Yeah.
So
You don't mind, Tim.
How about Tim? How about you?
Yeah. Don't mind me. Yeah, don't ask me. I like it's. I don't want to answer. It's. No, I have a hard time thinking about anything else. It's probably like Jay said. I have other concepts that I want to explore. It's Among the Wild, but I think I would make just like spend a day making a good stew of meat and eat it.
Oh, yeah. That's good, that's good. 今ですね、最後に質問したのが、ゲーム開発以外で今やりたいことって何ですかお時間もありましたしね。ということで、J さんは、エクスペディションなんちゃら33、
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics をゆっくりもじっくりプレイしたいって言ってますね。で、ティムさん上司に当たるんですけどね。で、ティムさん曰く、今もいろいろ考えてると、Among the Wild 以外、Among the Wild RB 以外のこともね、いろいろもうずっと考えてるけども、今は一日ゆっくりとシチューを作りたいと。なんとシチューをじっくり作って、それをじっくり食いたいとのことです。That sounds
Yes.
very
Will you bring it
nice.
to the office, Tim?
Sure, you can. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. ということで、okay. Do you have anything else that you want to say? Any last words?
From me, thank you very much for having us, J-mon, and thank you to everyone who plays the game and has been enjoying the game and sharing their fun moments on our Discord and all that stuff. Yeah. And I think we're gonna have Japanese in the game at some point soon, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna. Yeah, it was very hard to ask. Yes, there's a very good translator here in the chat, which he translated a lot of good games, so he also enjoyed it. There's Japanese coming.
That's the idea. I hope in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's in the works. Yeah.
Yay! 日本語も来るそうです。なので、もっと遊びやすくなる。It's already very easy to understand, but still, having a similar language definitely changes the perspective of the gamers. Okay. Thank you. Well, 皆さん、1時間半、about an hour and a half. Thank you very much. いろんな話は聞きましたね。また、when Among the Wild comes out, I would like to talk to you guys again.
Absolutely.
Down. Yeah.
This was nice.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks again. I'll cut the stream and yeah. All right. Take care,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. There, 3, 2. Oh wait, hold on. Just people commenting. Yeah. Thank you for all the talk. People saying. Okay. 1 and cut.